Good morning, students. In this video, I am going to discuss an unit from HS second year chemistry, and that is haloalkanes and haloarenes. Okay, and if you look at the exam prospects, so this particular unit will contain 4 marks. Okay, it will contain 4 marks, and this is the first class of this particular unit, and we will cover only one topic for today. Okay, 1 to 2 topic for today, then rest we will progress in our progressive days. Okay, students, first of all, what we have to do, we in this particular unit, or why I have started this particular unit, is that because this is organic chemistry. Okay, and this is the part 2. I have started from our part 2 NCERT book, the first unit. Why I have started this is because this is this unit is organic chemistry, and we will get numbers of reactions here. Reaction mechanisms are there, examples are there, so we can get enough time to practice these things, because reactions are not that I will just teach you and you will learn instantly. It is not like that, isn't it? So what we can do is that we can practice it right at our home. So as we will proceed these things first of all, at first. Okay, so that's why I think that it will be more beneficial to start this particular unit first. Okay, so what are the things that we have to discuss here is what we have to talk about. What? Classification. Okay, classification of this haloalkane and haloarene. Then we have to go after nomenclature, means naming. Okay, then we have to go after preparation of all this compound, then physical property and what? Chemical property. Okay, physical property and your what? Chemical property. Okay, so we have to look after all these things here. So first, today in this video we will cover the classification part. Okay, both of haloalkane and haloarene. Okay, now let us familiar with the term haloalkane and haloarene first. Okay, look, the term in both the cases where this halo means what? They come from where? They come from halogens. Okay, they come from halogens, and in this particular unit, the halogens are generally we will assign is what? X. Okay, and if it means what? FCl, Br, or what? Your I, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, or iodine. And when we're talking about alkane, right, what we know that alkanes are what? Carbon-carbon what? Single bonded compound, isn't it? And when we're talking about arene, so arene means what? Your C6H6. That means what? Your benzene ring. Okay, it will mean what? Your benzene ring. Now what exactly we have to do is that when it means haloalkane, now what do we know? That alkane means carbon-carbon single bonded compound, isn't it? This one. So what we have to do exactly here is that consider here I am having hydrogen. Earlier here I am having hydrogen. Now what I did is that I have just replaced this hydrogen by what? Any one of these halogens, say X. Clear? Now this compound is what? This compound will be pronounced as what? Your haloalkane. Okay, means what? In carbon-carbon single bonded compound we are having some halogens attached to the carbon atom. Okay, and that is what it will mean what? Our haloalkane. Now think about these things, right? This we are saying earlier we are having hydrogen there in the alkane compound. Now what we did is that we just eliminated this hydrogen, and what we did is that we added the halogen, right? Elimination, addition. So what? From this alkane, what we are getting here? We are getting what? Haloalkane. So now what I am trying to say here is that as haloalkanes are getting we're converting it from what? Alkane compound. So this compound will what? It will known as what? Derivatives or substituted product, what we can say. Okay, it will be known as what? Derivatives or what your substituted product. Okay, so what we can say, haloalkanes are the derivatives of what? Alkane compound, right? So we can pronounce it like that. Now think about it, that in case of haloalkane compound only one halogens are there, means what? Only one halogens are there. Then how could we write the general form of the compound? This is applicable for only what your one halogen containing haloalkane. Okay, let's have a look here, right? Now we are saying that from alkane we are getting haloalkane. So in case of alkane, what exactly happens there? In case of alkane, if you're talking about alkane, right, what we know, we are having this general formula, CnH twice n plus 2, right? And n means what? Your number of carbon atom. So if I am eliminating one hydrogen minus H, then it will be what? It will become what? CnH twice n plus 1, isn't it? And who is taking the place of hydrogen? And it is taken by what? Halogen, right? And what do we know? Halogen also forming what? One bond. And what do we know? Hydrogen and halogens are having, they resembles the property, right, of forming one bond. So this is the general form of haloalkane when we are having only one halogen atom. Clear? So this is what we can write. Okay. Now let's talk about haloarine. Now look, halo again same time, right? Halogen, arine, what? Your benzene ring. So what? If we are having a benzene ring here, what do we know? All these carbon contain one hydrogen. Suppose we are having hydrogen, and from this what we are getting this compound. Say I am having X here. Clear, guys? So now what? This is benzene, right? It is what? C6H6, but this is not C6H6, right? We have eliminated the hydrogen here, and the means we substituted, and it is by what? Your halogen atom. So it will be what? C6H5X. So this will be what? Your general form of what? Your haloarine. So we are having only one benzene ring, right? So it will be what? Always your it looks like this particular formula. Again, it regarding what? Your monohalo, means only one halogen will be there. Okay, so this is how the things haloalkane and haloarine mean. Okay, and here also this haloarine, what we can say, this is the derivatives or substituted product of what? Benzene, right? So it is also known as what? Derivatives of benzene. This will pronounce as what? Derivatives of benzene, as we have got this particular compound from the benzene ring. Clear, guys? So this is what our haloalkane and haloarine mean. Okay, you try. This is the general concept. Okay, so now let's enter into the syllabus. Okay, let's enter into the syllabus and let's discuss the thing. Okay. Okay, guys. So the first topic which we are discussing in this particular unit is what? Our classification. Clear, guys? We are talking about classification, and classification of both, right? What call your haloalkanes and what your haloarines. Clear? Both. Now if we first of all talk about the classification of haloalkane, then you know what? These compounds are classified on the numbers of bases. Means what? Depending on different property. What it mean? Okay. Bases means what? Depending on different property. And the first is what? It is what? Depending on the, you try to make notes from all these things. Okay. Depending on the number of halogen atoms present. In the alkane compound, what is the number of halogen present? So depending on that, what we can do is that we can classify haloalkane. Clear, guys? Now depending on that, means what it says that, you know, from one alkane compound, what we can do, once a time we can substitute one hydrogen also by halogen, or two also, or three also. Okay, so depending on that, consider I am having this. Clear? Say I have not added anything here, I have not filled the valences, something will be there, either carbon or hydrogen would be there, right? Now consider earlier we are having hydrogen here. Now what I did is that I just replaced that particular hydrogen by halogen. So it will be what? Means we are displacing the hydrogen by one halogen atom. Clear? So as it contain only one halogen atom, so it will be pronounced as what? Your mono, okay, halo alkane. It's very simple, right? So those haloalkane compound contain only one halogen, so they will be what? Your monohaloalkane. And consider here both the hydrogen are substituted, okay? Then it will pronounce as what? Your dihaloalkane. Guys, got it? And if it by all the three, means three hydrogens are substituted by halogen, then it will pronounce as what? Your trihaloalkane. Got it, guys? It's very simple. So depending on the number of halogen atoms, so we can classify them as that. Okay. Now what? This monohaloalkane, it can further be classified. Okay, this monohaloalkane, it can be what? Further be classified, and we will discuss that particular classification now. This one is very simple, right? So now what? And it contain, regarding its classification, we will have numbers of bases there. Okay. So number 2, what we can say? Classification of monohaloalkane, right? And A1 on the basis of, not depending actually, on the basis of sp3 carbon halogen bond. Okay, and in this basis we can have number of monohaloalkane. Okay, so this is the classification of monohaloalkane, and the basis is what? On the basis of what? sp3 carbon. So if we talk about sp3 carbon, so what do we know, right, guys? When it is single bond, it is sp3, right? When it is double bonded carbon, it is what? sp2. And when it is triple bonded carbon, it is what? sp. You try to know these two things here, it will be applicable here. Clear, guys? Now first one, on the basis of the sp3 carbon halogen bond, so we are classifying monohaloalkanes. Okay, and they are known as what? They are known as what? Your alkyl halide. What? Alkyl halide or haloalkane is the same thing. Okay, guys, is the same thing. Okay, but the naming process are different, so we are saying like that. Okay, now this alkyl halide or haloalkane, so we have to classify it. Okay, now so as we know, the basis is this, we have to follow this particular criteria. Okay, that is what? That means what? Look at here. So the halogen atom where the the carbon atom where the halogen present, it should be what? Single bond. So then it will be what? Your sp3 carbon, right? Now what it is here? So this carbon is forming single bond. So in one of the valency will fill by one halogen. That is what it means. Okay, sp3 carbon halogen bond. And now the interesting thing is that, this alkyl halide, what we can say is that they can be classified as what? Call your 1 degree, 2 degree, or what? Your 3 degree alkyl halide. Okay, 1 degree, 2 degree, or what? It can be classified as your 3 degree alkyl halide. Now let me tell you, this halogen, it is acting as a functional group. Okay, they are acting as a functional group. And what we know, the carbon atom where the functional group present, so this is known as what? Our alpha carbon. I think you guys have gone through these things in your HS first year classes, right? Now what? Look at this carbon here. This is our what? Functional group, right? So it is present in this carbon. Now this particular carbon, if it is attached with another one carbon chain and two hydrogen, say suppose I am having carbon chain here and this valency are filled by two hydrogen, then it is known as what? 1 degree or what? Primary. Clear, guys? Similarly here, two alkyl group, mean 2 carbon chain and 1 hydrogen, then it will known as what? 2 degree or what? Secondary. Clear guys? And if no hydrogen, all are what? Carbon chain or alkyl group, then they are known as what? 3 degree or what? Tertiary. They are known as what? 3 degree or tertiary. So it's very simple, so you have to know these things. This again, try to remember that this 1 degree, 2 degree and 3 degree, it is applicable in case of all the compound. Clear guys? If in place of halogen, if I am having OH group, then also the basis means what? 1 degree, 2 degree and 3 degree classification is the same basis. That means what? On the alpha carbon, if that particular alpha carbon is bonded with 1 alkyl group or 1 carbon chain, then 1 degree. 2 carbon chain or 2 alkyl group, then 2 degree, and if 3 carbon means no hydrogen, then it is what? Your 3 degree. Clear guys? So one classification is what? Your alkyl halide, or we are known as what? Your haloalkane. Okay, so let's proceed to the next one here now, and that is what our number 2 is our allylic halide. They are what? Allylic halide. Now interestingly, you know what, when we are talking about allylic halide, so what? The basis, we don't have to forget the basis. Okay, that means what? The halogen atom is what? Bonded with the single bonded carbon atom, right guys? It will bonded with the single bonded carbon atom. So once it is bonded with the single bonded carbon atom, so it is what? sp3, clear? But in case of allylic halide, what exactly happens is that, you know, this alpha carbon, mean sp3 carbon, is what? Directly bonded to sp2 hybridized carbon atom. That means what? Your double bonded carbon atom. Clear? That is what we can say, that allylic halides are those alkyl halide where the carbon atom where the halogen present is bonded next to the what call your sp2 hybridized carbon atom. Clear? So this is what we can say. So the definition part you can have it from your book also, you can pause the video or you can write it from there also. Clear? So in this case, so in allylic halide we will have this. So the halogen atom will directly bond to sp3 carbon, but that sp3 carbon will bond it to what call your sp2 hybridized carbon atom. That means what? Your carbon-carbon double bonded. Okay? Double bonded carbon. So this is allylic halide. And you know what? This can also be 1 degree, 2 degree and 3 degree. How? Look at here. Because one of the valency of the carbon, it is already in carbon chain, right? So it is what? And if 2 are what? Hydrogen, definitely 1 degree. Already one is that if another hydrogen is replaced by alkyl group, then 2 degree, 2 carbon chain. And if no hydrogen or all are what call your alkyl group or carbon chain, then that will be what? Your 3 degree. Okay, so allylic halide can also be 1 degree, 2 degree or 3 degree. Okay, the next one is known as what? Your benzylic halide. It's a very simple thing, guys. Look at here. We don't have to forget the basis again. That means what? The halogen have to attach with the single bonded carbon atom. That means what? Your sp3 hybridized carbon atom, right guys? But now what happens is that, you know, the sp3 hybridized carbon will directly bond it to the sp2 hybridized carbon atom of what? Your benzene ring. This is what? Double bond, right? So it is sp2. So here means what? Your benzylic halide. So the carbon atom which bonded with the halogen will directly bonded with what? Your one of the means benzene ring. Okay, carbon of the benzene ring. So this is this is what we're talking about, benzylic halide. Clear? And it can also be 1 degree, 2 degree, 3 degree, isn't it? Because it is already in carbon system, right? So hydrogen, 1 degree, again 1. So 2 degree, again 1 alkyl group, so 3 degree. Okay, so this is what, depending on what? Your on the basis of what? sp3 carbon halogen bond, right? sp3 carbon halogen bond means the carbon is what? Our okay. So this is the next one. On the basis of what? sp2 carbon halogen bond. Only one classification is there, only one process is there, and that is what we are talking about, vinylic halide. Okay, vinylic halide. So this one. Now vinylic, in case of vinylic, what exactly happens is that, look at here, this is what we have written, sp2. So when it is sp2, that means what? Definitely it is formed what? Double bond, right? So that means what? That means what? Here in this case, so the halogen atom, which it will attach directly to what? Your sp2 hybridized carbon atom. That's it. So those alkyl halides or those haloalkane where the halogen atom is directly bonded with sp2 hybridized carbon atom, they are known as whatever vinylic halide. Isn't this easy, guys? So this is all about the classification of our word haloalkane. Clear, guys? Now we have to talk about the classification of word haloarine. Okay, number B will be whatever haloarine. And I must tell you, there is no classification of haloarine. Okay, look, one thing, when it will become haloarine? It will become haloarine when what? One of the hydrogen is substituted by the one of the hydrogen of the benzene ring is substituted by the halogen atom, isn't it? Then it will become what? Haloarine. So what? If the compound is already exist as like this, so on what basis you will classify this compound? Isn't it? Are you trying to get my point, right? What I'm talking? So I'm saying that already means this is haloarine. So in what basis you will classify as this compound, right? So the only classification is what? What it can do? It can substitute number of hydrogen. So depending on that, depending on the number of halogen atom present, so we can classify them. Say like 2 halogens are there. Say 3 halogens are there in the benzene ring, so we can classify them as like that. Clear? Say, so in this what we are having one halogen, so monohaloarine, right? We will say what? Monohaloarine. It will be what? Your dihaloarine, and it will be what? Your trihaloarine. Okay, guys? So this is what? So this is the only basis of classification of haloarine. Clear? I think so. This is all about the classification. Okay, you can go through these things. Okay, or you can prepare the notes from your book also, or as well. If you try to understand, then it will be enough. And these things are not asking in the examination that classify this on the basis of that, but we have to know, right, what type of different type of compound they are pronouncing. So we have to go through these things, guys. Okay, so let me finish the class today here. Okay, we have covered only the classification topic. So in tomorrow's class we will proceed to the another topic, and that is what our nomenclature. Clear? Nomenclature of this haloalkane and haloarine. So there are different process of nomenclature, and we will name them, okay, on that different process. So thank you. If you like the video, so don't forget to subscribe and like, and if you don't understand something or if something is happening wrong here, so please comment me on the comment section. Thank you. Take care. Okay.